A little bit of a different business than we see typically, and I'm really excited for you guys to hear about it. So without further ado, Rosetta Hoffman with the Kingdom Dominion.
Thank you guys. So like she said, my name is Rosetta Hoffman, and I have a company called the Kingdom Dominion. And at the Kingdom Dominion, we believe that when a woman knows her true beauty and identity, nothing can stop her from changing the world. So before we jump into that, fully, we do ball gowns, and we do ball gown events, and we do portraiture. But before I get into all the details, I want to share with you guys our story just a little bit. So I'm not used to this, so hang with me. So this is kind of a sum of what we do. Our journey to this. When 12 years ago, I remember before I was into photography, before I was really into anything, I remember going through a season of my life where I went through a broken engagement, and it really caused a lot of like really serious brokenness in my life. I went through depression, anxiety. I even had demons manifesting in my room. It was super dark, like hell on earth. And I remember just being really broken and really just in the depths of my heart being like, if there's a God that loves me and that knows and that actually can find me, show up and find me and save me, or I'm done. I was almost to a point of suicide. And so the very next day, I didn't even realize this was possible, but I had an encounter with God, and it changed my life forever. All of the demons, the depression, the anxiety, it completely left my life, and it just changed me forever. And so going forward from that, I remember just starting to get to know this God and just experiencing like his love over me. And even my body, I remember through the season before I was like super fit, I was 16 years old. I never had weight issues. I never had any kind of issues. And then after I got into my lower 20s, after going through depression, my body had changed. Things started changing in my body, and it was extremely frustrating, and I felt really broken about my body. But when I brought that to God and I started inviting him into this brokenness, I literally started feeling, it was really weird. In my encounters with the Lord, I started feeling beautiful, even with my extra weight, even with stretch marks, even with all these different things. And I was like, this is so weird. Like, I'm looking in the mirror being like, normally people would say this is gross, but I feel beautiful because I know he loves me. And so I started to be changed by this. And I realized that what we are on the inside is what we by default produce on the outside. And so as I was being changed inside out by encountering the Lord and finding out what was actually true about my body and about my value, my created value, I started to be so free. I would go into a room, instead of comparing myself to other people, I would go into the room and be like, these women, like, I want them to know that they're valuable and they're beautiful and they don't have to try so hard. And my whole perspective changed. You could say that freedom really compelled me to do what I do. And so not too long into that, I was given a camera, and I started playing with this camera and realized that I loved to photo shoot women. And I loved and became very addicted to seeing women see themselves differently. So a lot of you women here probably know that when you put on a gown and your hair and your makeup is done professionally, you look in the mirror and you see yourself differently. You're like, wow, there's beauty here. There is value here. I'm not the greasy hair sweatpants lady, I am beautiful, I'm valuable, and it really changed everything. But going into that and really striving in that in my business, I remember not having money, not having the ability to do what I wanted. So I got really frustrated one day because I wanted to create beautiful gowns, but I didn't have the money. But I just felt like as I talked to the Lord about it, I felt like I was really compelled with this thought, what do you have? So I was like, well, I don't think I have anything, but let me look. So I looked through my closet, I found some broken necklaces, some fabric, and I just started using what I had. I think I had like $7 or $12. And this is what came about from that, $7. And it was like, it really showed me like, you don't have to have everything to make something amazing. Like you just have to learn how to use what you have really well. And so as I continued in my business, money increased, my clientele increased. And I remember like, okay, now I have the ability. So now instead of holding back because I think people won't want what I have, I need to create what's in my heart. And so I just decided to go all in and just do all the lavish things that were in my heart, no matter who I thought would pay for it. It was in my heart to give it. So I want to take you guys through my session experiences. Oops, I'm sorry. So when a woman comes to have a portrait experiences with me, we sit down and have a consultation, and we talk about her dress. We talk about the theme of her session. And we oftentimes make a sketch, and then I send her home with a beautiful goodie box which has beautiful luxury items, gift certificates to get her nails done, her face done, just to really prepare her for the day so that she feels like $1,000,000. And then during the process between our consultation and our session day, me and my team go to work to actually create a beautiful custom gown for her so that she feels amazing. And so she actually gets to keep this gown in her session. When she shows up to her session, we hire some of the best professional hair and makeup artists in New Mexico to come in and actually just make her feel flawless. So her hair and her makeup gets done. And then while she's getting her hair and makeup done, we have a beautiful high tea setup. Usually we cater in from St. James. And then once we come in for the shoot, we actually really strive to help women of every age and ethnicity step in front of our camera and feel amazing. So we actually work to direct them through every single pose. And then after the images are taken, we go ahead and professionally retouch every single one. When the images are done, we actually ship this out, and we actually have a lab in Italy that we work with that handcrafts every one of their products so that when they go home, they can look at their images on the wall and remember their true beauty and identity every single day. These are some of the sessions that we've done for women. So that is one way that we make money in our company. This is the second way. We obviously hand make gowns outside of our sessions as well. So women can have custom ball gowns, wedding gowns, things like that made. So me and my team work hard to do that. And then we also work very hard to create beautiful ball gown events so that women can come together and every single woman can feel like a queen. These are super extravagant and amazing. It probably feels something like a wedding day, but every woman there gets to feel like the bride. All right, that's how we get paid. Our vision and mission is really just to enable these women to overcome the body image. You know, we talk, it's like a known issue, but a not known issue. It's something that people don't really talk about how to really overcome. It's just everybody struggles with it. But we really need to overcome it. So our goal and our mission is to really impact women to help them see and experience their true beauty and identity so that they can start overcoming and start believing truth about their value and not just continuing to believe the lies. Our mission, I'm sorry, this is how, could you move the words? I haven't remembered this by heart, but our future goals, we would really love to create ball gown events centered around identity and value, especially for those who have been trafficked, homeless, abused, orphaned, fostered, and more, to give them something that helps restore their value and identity for women. We would love to actually be able to fund this kind of thing through creating fashion fundraisers, black and white tie events. And how we would like to do that is to create a line of gowns that has a sole purpose of being sold at these to raise huge funds. We also would love to launch other luxury lines to raise funding to bring true change across the world. And we would like to obtain a permanent space for those things, for our ball gown events, for everything we want to be able to create. And then also we're looking to implement a sponsorship program so that women that may not have the funding to actually have one of our experiences can still enjoy that and be changed. Okay. What we need. So we need to reach more women. We need to reach more people. That is one of our biggest goals. We also are looking for companies and individuals that would be a good fit to partner or collaborate with us to bring about the mission. And so if you guys know somebody or you are somebody, please talk to me. Looking for investors to potentially partner with us to bring to pass some of the ventures we have on the table. We're also looking to expand our team, so seamstresses, administration, all of that. And then we're open for ideas for growth and expansion. So if you guys can help in any of those areas, please contact us. You can contact us. There's my phone number, and then our email is info@thekingdomdominion.com. Would you be able to move the words there so they can see that barcode? Thank you, Lisa. Info@thekingdomdominion.com is our email, and then you can also scan that and it takes you to our website. We will have a new website soon. So if you follow us on Instagram and Facebook, you'll be able to keep track of that if this clicker.
Every time I move the cursor, it screws up your clicker.
Oh, okay, there you go. So you can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And if you follow on there, you'll see when our new website launches. But there you go. That's everything. So hopefully I was within 10 minutes.
Perfect.
Thank you. You did great.
Thank you.
So if anybody has any feedback or questions, please go ahead and line up. Introduce yourself first and try to keep the mic up close to your mouth, please. Okay, I'll start. How did you get the name for your business?
So I actually recently rebranded from Rosetta and Photography. So I decided I didn't want my personal name on all my business things. That was one reason. But the other thing was that when I had that encounter with the Lord, I just made a decision that I was just giving my whole life to him. So my whole life is given over to just bringing the kingdom of God to earth. His kingdom is so much less, it's not religious. It's so much full of God's love and his hope and his plan for humanity in the best way possible. And so my heart and my vision and why I named my business what I did is because I'm here to bring the kingdom of God.
Mercedes, you're up. Go ahead and ask your question.
And you did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
And I'm in. Whatever help you need, I'm in.
Oh, thank you, Mercedes.
All right.
Hello.
Oh, sorry. I removed the
I'm
wrong
Paul
hand.
Sutter with Equisy. We sell genetic tests for horses. First of all, what you ought to do is those slides of your work, you ran us past those really, really fast. So,
10 minutes.
yeah, I know, but you should just put them up and let them linger, right? Because it's extraordinary. And we should talk privately about next steps.
Okay.
I'm
Thank
with
you.
New Mexico Angels.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Everybody, my name is Dr. Moser. I'm with Sacred Patterns Acupuncture. So my major question, I mean, your pictures are beautiful. And so I imagine social media is your main way of connecting with your customers. So with that being said, social media is worldwide. So where is your clientele? Is it New Mexico or is it
Right.
beyond that?
That's a great question. Honestly, I want to be able to affect women all over the world.
Right.
That is where I want to go. Currently, right now, my main clientele has been New Mexico. I've had a few clients out of state, but I'm working towards trying to broaden my reach because I would like to reach all over the world.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Daniel Paterno with Paterno Group Design. I was just wondering if, and I hope this doesn't seem insensitive at all because it's really not. Have you looked at tapping into the LGBTQ community? I mean, I know some queens who would love to, have all that stuff.
Yeah. To be honest with you, in the last 9 or 10 years I've been doing my business, I've just been working hard. I haven't really thought a whole much. I've just been like going, especially in the last 2 years, rebranding my business because I have a home studio. It's taken a whole home renovation too. So to be honest with you, I haven't thought too much about that, but I definitely will keep that in mind. I appreciate it.
Steve with Santa Fe Fashion Week. So I'm expanding to different cities, kind of like what you're trying to do. And I think 1 Million Cups, like in different cities, you can reach out to them, find thought leaders, they can hook you up with different convention space. Yeah. Make bars, stuff like that. So I think that'd be a great way, maybe.
That
Great
is an
business.
incredible tip.
Yeah, and then the fashion's amazing, great job. So like one-offs you're making for people and then you're trying to sell those or?
So yeah, most of these gowns you saw in here, gowns I've designed or redesigned. And most of them are one-offs, are gowns I just made for that specific person. But I am working on expanding that. So creating whole lines that can be reproduced and sold. So yeah.
So I might be able to connect you with the local manufacturer too for something like that.
That would be amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
My name is Brooke Nutting. I'm the owner of Death Doula Professionals. And I'm curious how long the process takes from start to finish and having it down designed and meeting with you and then getting to the photo shoot.
So in the past, it's taken probably 3 or 4 months from start to finish. And then it sometimes takes me hundreds of hours to create one gown because there is hundreds of hours of beading. I do a lot of hand beading. And so that can be a timely process, but really exciting. Last year, I did get myself a team. So we're cutting down our processing time. So we could probably create a gown in a few weeks and then be ready for a session.
And what are the ranges of costs to do this?
So my portrait sessions, I'll go over portrait and then gowns. So my portrait sessions come in 3. I do a mini session and then I do 2 main sessions. The first main session starts at 6,000 and it does not come with a gown, but it comes with products from Italy. It comes with everything that you saw up on there pretty much. And it does come with a gown closet. So I have a lot of beautiful couture gowns. that will be in my gown closet. You can come and you can pick out and wear a beautiful gown that will fit you and look amazing on you. Beautiful high-end gowns. The second session of my main ones is 8,000, and that one does come with a couture garment, and that's in the session. So that will be made for you, and then you can take that home after the experience. My mini sessions are $1,500, and then my gowns, generally, if you just order a gown, separate from doing a session, it usually, obviously, it's gonna just vary based on design. But I would say you probably are safe, baseline starting at 3,500. Thank you.
Morning, I'm JJ with Johnson Brothers Tiny Farm. I was looking at your website, the coming soon. I'd suggest putting a contact information on there.
Does the website that I linked here, does it just say coming soon?
I just looked it up. I just Googled it.
Because I thought I put my other website. I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
All I saw was a home and coming soon. It is a beautiful picture,
Oh, okay.
but so
Thank you. I didn't
Little bit
realize
of-
that that's what.
yeah, I may have ended up at the wrong place, but beautiful picture, beautiful site. Excited for it. Love what you're doing. I'd like to sit down with you. We make the best lotion you're ever gonna put on your skin.
Yeah.
I'd love to get that in the gift bags that are
Yeah.
going to people. And I'd love to see how I can help you fulfill your dream with this.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that a whole lot. Thank you. I'm always looking for local places because I am a luxury brand. I do offer a lot, like even in my goodie boxes, I try to offer an extreme value. I don't want to just put candy. Like I said, I do gift cards and things to get a facial spa and to get things like that. So if you guys know companies like what he just offered or places that do like really high quality skincare, or somebody that does a spa or different things like that, I do want to partner with local companies. So please let me know.
Hello, Miriam Ortiz-Pino with More Than Organized. I'm wondering how you're currently finding your clients.
So I'm currently finding my clients just by posting on social media.
Okay.
That's pretty much it, and word of mouth. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Alitris, owner of Alitris Smoker Restroom and Boss Woman Network. Have you done like a fashion show out here yet with your gowns? Did one?
I've done one fashion show with my gowns, and that's when I first started designing gowns about 5 years ago or 6 years ago. And I've come a long way since then. So I kind of cringe when I look at it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I did that.
Are you open up to opportunity?
I am. I actually would love to do a lot more fashion shows in the future. And like I said, I would also love to create fundraise fashion show too.
I love to collaborate.
So tell me real quick, you mentioned what you do, but I'm not sure what that means. So can you expound on that just a hair, just so I know where you come from? Just so I know.
So I provide portable upscale restroom trailers for outdoor events. And in Boss Woman Network, I bring business to you.
Oh, well, I would love to have you. So I
didn't bring one up here. I would just.
I want to do events in the future, so we may need some nice portable restrooms, so.
Need a nice one if you're gonna go pee outside in a gown.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Or you could just go like what is that? The Chinese, just put a hole in the ground, you just
Yeah.
walk over it. Okay.
Anybody else? Anybody online? Tyra?
It would be okay if I put up that slide.
Yeah.
Real quick, the pictures so that people can see that. I know.
Why don't you take a moment to kind of run through those a little
Okay.
bit, because we have a little extra time.
But you and
Danielle did tell me in the coaching to slow down a little bit, but I was just like, oh my gosh, I think I've seen 10 minutes left. Okay. Yep, go right here. All right. So this session, thank you. This is a gown that I designed for a woman. She actually was dealing with cancer at the time and her hair was just growing back. And just feel like she had lost all of her beauty. She was dealing with breast cancer, and it was so beautiful. When she tried on this gown, she literally just started bawling in front of the mirror. She just didn't know that she could look so beautiful. And she's amazing. She is so beautiful. This is a local influencer. Maybe some of you guys recognize her, but this is a gown that we actually redesigned. This is a wedding dress that we hand beaded. For a campaign we actually want to start called The Redeemed Bride, taking wedding gowns and redesigning them to give them a new start at life, but a couture level, not just this is my, grandma's dress that I remade. That's beautiful too. But like, we really want to be able to bring them up to scale and make them amazing. This is just a beautiful friend of mine. I'm not sure if you guys have ever used the venue. You know what? I don't remember what it's called right now, but if you recognize.
It looks like
What's that?
maybe Casa Rodania or
No, this is
or the.
Villa di San Rafael.
Oh,
Oh, beautiful venue. It's not been up very long, but you guys should look into it.
look at that. Wow.
This was not in New Mexico. This is actually in San Diego. We went out to San Diego. This was on La Jolla Beach. Yeah. I wanted to put all of my pictures, all 470, but that would have taken too long. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
We have a couple more things for you.
Okay.
Don't leave, sorry, come on back. So what is the one thing that this community could do for you today? You had to pick one.
Honestly, go and follow me and share me with your friends. Like I said, I think that's one of the most powerful things is if we can just reach more people. And like I said, I know that my experiences are a luxury experience and they're a pretty penny. But we are working hard to actually create a sponsorship program so that anyone can have this, because we want to get this into as many hands as possible and as many women that can experience this. So if you guys can just share this, if you know people that know how to bring that stuff about, if you just know somebody that would enjoy this, whatever it is, if there's somebody that wants to sponsor another woman or do a half sponsorship, a quarter sponsorship, please contact me. That would be extremely helpful.
Thank you. And then the final question, red or green?
Depends on if I'm emotional. Christmas.
Okay.
All the way.
Very fair.
Awesome. Thank you so much.